happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a fantastic holiday, whether you're out trick-or-treating, celebrating it with a party, family and friends, staying home alone, just staying in. I just hope you're having a relaxing holiday. And with that in mind, today I'm going to be talking about how to increase your citizen level in Slime Isekai Memories, because this is a huge important aspect of this game. Building the town is not just like some fun aesthetic thing, it is a necessity in this game, because you have to reach certain citizen milestones to keep increasing your character's power levels, and to go further in the game, you have to increase your character's power levels, which in turn then helps you get more citizens, and it's a hand-in-hand kind of thing, so it's an absolute necessity to build up your town. Now, how do you increase your citizen level? Well, first up is the houses for the 6 races. The 6 races in order in this game so far are Goblin, Direwolf, Dwarf, Ogre, Orc, and Lizardman. Those are the 6 types of homes you can currently get, and you can level them up. And the key is every time you level it up, you'll get more citizens, and that's how you keep increasing your citizens. Now, I do want to recommend, because I actually ran into this problem, while you're leveling up, you do want to also level up other things in your town. You cannot solely focus on leveling up the houses for citizens, because to increase your central office, which is how you can get a new maximum to how many citizens you can get, there are other factors. As you can see, the unlock conditions for me currently is I have to first hit the population goal of 9,800, but then I also need a total facility level of 300. And they have total facility level for other levels of the central office as well. And essentially, total facility level, you can see here in the left where I'm tapping on the screen, that is just the total level of all your upgrades in your town for everything. So that's why you have to build and upgrade other stuff besides just the houses for the races to increase your citizen level, because that won't cut it when you're trying to increase, your central office. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But in order to get the houses, you have to just play through the story. You get all the 6 races playing through the story originally on beginner. That'll give you up to level 3 for all the houses. Then you go through again and beat them on normal, the same mission again. You beat it on normal, and that'll give you up to level 6, and then expert will give you up to level 10, and then things change a little bit, so I'll show you. First up, if you don't have one of the houses and you're wondering, how do I get the house? Well, really just continue playing through the story if you have not beaten all of them through beginner. That's what you have to do. You can't like skip ahead. But you can go down to info on one of the buildings you don't have, assume it's one of the houses you don't have. I have all the houses, so I can't, obviously show you how to, but it tells you the unlock conditions, and it'll tell you how to get each house. But again, just play through the story on beginner. I believe once you finish chapter 7, then you will have all of the houses. And then, of course, if you go to level up, it'll tell you what conditions you need to do to level up your home. Let's see here. Here's a Lizardman house I haven't upgraded yet. Unlock conditions, I have to beat chapter 7, part 7 on normal. As I explained, you have to beat them on normal to get them to go from level 3 to level 6, and then get on expert for level 6 to level 10. Now, how do you go past level 10? Well, you actually can, and let's see here. Where's my goblin house? Here's my goblin house. Info. Now you see I have to beat chapter 4, part 5 on expert to increase my goblin house, because I already have beaten the requirements on the, I believe it's actually chapter 1 where you get the goblin house. The original chapter is where you get the goblin and direwolf houses, I believe. And so now I have to go do a different part. Chapter 4, part 5 is actually how you increase the ogre house as well, I believe. That's the ogre house mission. Let's see here. Where's my ogre house? Yeah. Chapter 4, part 5 on expert will give me both goblin and ogre houses. So, as you can see, it kind of just kicks the can further down the road once you beat on expert, and I will assume it'll continue pushing through the story. You'll have to keep beating different things throughout the story to increase your citizen level house, and I'm sure they'll probably add, other races and whatnot as we get to those points in the story of, Slime. But that's the main thing. Just look at the requirements, go and beat it, but essentially it's beating the same things, going through the story up to part 7 at least for now, and beating all the houses. Once you get to further along, I'm sure you'll get the hang of it and you can just hit level up. Now, how do you beat these missions? Because they're not easy. Let me show you. We'll go to quests here, we'll go into story, and let's see. Chapter 7, I'm on currently normal. And when I get to chapter 7, part 7, that'll be when I get my upgrade for the Lizardman. But as you can see here, the EP is 165,000 already. Now, that's a good chunk of change on your CP. If we go look at the Chapter 4, I do have Expert unlocked. 164,000 there as well. That's some big numbers for EP. I did put out a video yesterday explaining how to increase your EP level rather swiftly and easily, but basically, you're going to want to increase your EP as you go along. And so I recommend you go watch that video to explain that. But I'll show you here with some characters. With Rimuru here, when you go to ability release, which I explain in my videos, is a super big important part of increasing your EP, you can see here that it says there's a level requirement of level 88, level 92. You can see it popping up, flashing on my screen. Well, it has that for levels 4 and I also believe 3 for different citizen levels. You have to reach certain citizen levels in order to unlock these slots. I just have happened to pass all the citizen requirements to unlock these slots already, and that is why I have them. It'll pop up for you as well if you don't have the certain citizen level, so that's why. You cannot keep upgrading your characters until you reach certain citizen levels, and that's why it is so necessary. So, I hope this helps you guys out. Really, it's pretty easy. It's actually really easy to get all of your citizen, like all the basic houses, and it's actually not, at least for like the earlier houses like Goblin and Direwolf, I beat the Expert rather simply. It's really not too bad, but I hope this kind of clears it up, explains, gives you a clear vision of what you need to do. But again, do not forget, you have to also level up your things like your restaurant, your laboratory, your magic devices, literally everything else you have to level up as well, because you have to level them up to reach certain city levels in order to increase your central office, and that's huge. Now, I will say there is a way to speed up, because some of these things can take a while, you'll probably notice. I mean, this one isn't so long because it's just a house, and houses are actually pretty quick. When you go to cut time, you can either use magic crystals, which I probably wouldn't recommend, or you'll see there's another button, request aid. Now, if you click request aid, it'll bring up your sworn friends list, and here you can select friends that you can request aid from, and they will decrease the amount of time it takes for certain things to upgrade. This is actually a huge feature, and why I'll explain quickly. You need to add friends. To add friends, you click these 9 dots here on the left hand side. You'll see sworn friend. You'll click into sworn friend, and it'll pull up your friend list. You can also go to request and accept, and here you can request and accept people. And search, this is where you go and it just pulls up people that normally are pretty close to your own town's citizen level. And here you just click request on them, and then it will send them a request. They accept, you have a new friend. The more friends you have, the faster you can get through certain things. So I highly recommend you go and make sure to get friends, because it'll speed up so much. Now, I do want to say one thing that you should probably know. You can only request from a friend one time per day. That is it. And once you request on a certain building for a friend, you cannot request that friend to a different building, even if they haven't assisted you yet on your current building. So make sure you're keeping that in mind. Make sure you pick and choose wisely. If you have a building that isn't super long, but maybe it's a couple hours and you want to try and knock that down a little bit, do not just click request all, because if you click request all, it'll request everyone, and people will help you out, but if you're already done, it doesn't matter. It's just like a waste, essentially. So definitely keep that in mind. Make sure you pick and choose. You learn the allotted times. I believe it cuts off 10 minutes per person that assists you. So for every person, make sure you count 10 minutes. It's a little bit of math involved here, but just try and figure out so you don't over-invite how many people you want to help you on a certain building, because that's kind of waste and you can use it on a different building later in the day or whatnot. So that's basically it. That's how you do it the fastest way. Of course, I guess you could just spend a bunch of money and use magic crystals, but that sounds super expensive. So I highly do not recommend that, but that's going to do it. If you have any further questions, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to answer you guys' questions you have for how to increase citizen level and other things about the town. More guides will be coming about this game as well on my channel, so make sure you subscribe, as well as other videos about this game as well. So make sure you subscribe if that's something you're interested in. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit that bell for notifications every time I post a video. Go follow me on Twitch for some live streams, some shenanigans. Would love to see you guys there, but that's going to do it. Hope y'all are staying happy and healthy, having the best of days, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.